Okay, so if you got one of these 4 questions wrong, you are watching the correct video. So I'm going to go through each of these questions. The first one told you that g equals 5 and then gave you 7 plus g. So what you have to do is you have to replace g with a 5. So this becomes 7 plus. Now remember, when we're substituting, you have to put it in brackets. So this becomes 7 plus 5, which is 12. That's the first one. You should have got 12. The second one, you're given h equals 2, and then you're given 3 subtract h. So once again, I'm going to replace h with 2. But remember, when you're replacing, you have to put it in brackets. So now I have 3 subtract 2, and that gives me an answer of 1. So your answer should have been 1. Third question, this is where things get a little bit trickier. So now I'm given m equals 15, and I'm also given n equals 3. And then I'm given 3m plus 2n. So I'm going to replace m with 15, and I'm going to replace n with 3. And I'm not going to forget about brackets. So I'm going to keep this 3. This m, I'm going to replace it with 15 in brackets. I'm going to keep the addition sign. I'm going to keep the 2. And this n, I'm going to replace with 3 in brackets. Now remember, when you're solving these problems, you need to follow BEDMAS. So BEDMAS stands for brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, and addition, subtraction. So the first thing that we have to do, because we don't have anything to do inside the brackets and there are no exponents, is we start off with division and multiplication going from left to right. So I'm going to start off by doing 3 times 15, because remember, whenever there's a number beside a number in brackets, that means multiplication. 3 times 15 gives me 45, plus, then I'm going to do 2 times 3. That gives me 6. So now I have 45 plus 6, and that gives me an answer of 51. So that's what you should have got for number 3. Now number 4 gives you y equals 11 and w equals 12. And it also gives you 8y minus 2w. So I'm going to replace this y with 11, and I'm going to replace this w with 12. So I'm going to rewrite this. The 8 stays the same. The y changes to 11, but remember, we have to put that 11 in brackets. The subtraction stays the same. The 2 stays the same. The w is replaced by a 12, but remember, we need to put that 12 in brackets. Now, if I'm following BEDMAS, I'm going to start by doing these 2 multiplications. So I'm going to do 8 times 11, which we know is 88. I'm going to leave this subtraction, and I'm going to do 2 times 12. Remember, when there's a number beside a number in brackets, that means multiplication. That gives me 24. Then I have to do 88 subtract 24, and that gives me an answer of 64.